Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today you're in for a treat. I've literally been grinding non-stop for just the right decorations to showcase this new Greatsword build to you. I initially thought about waiting until Arch-Tempered Velkhana is released, seeing how one of her armor pieces can make this build just a little better, but that's not for another week or two, so I decided why not showcase the build as it currently is. The build is absolutely perfect and contains just about any and every skill that a Greatsword main would want in a single build. But without further ado, let's get to the build. The build uses 4 pieces of Fatalis: the Dragon Head Beta, the Dragon Hide Beta, the Dragon Claws Beta, the Dragon Barbs Alpha, and the Kulftaroth Wrath Boots Alpha. As you can see, this build is insanely buffed with so many core skills that we're able to max out thanks to the new Fatalis armor. We get max attack, which gives us 5% affinity to take off of the Greatsword, max critical eye, which gives us 40% additional affinity to work with, which gives the weapon 15% natural affinity, and then we augment the Greatsword with 1 affinity augmentation for 25% affinity. With Agitator activated, the sword then reaches 45% affinity, and as long as we're hitting weak spots, the build in total will reach 95% affinity on weak and softened spots, which honestly is the only downside of the build, the lack of influenced outside source affinity, but the build more than makes up for it, with utility skills that inadvertently adds to the build's overall DPS. Max recovery up that keeps our health topped off and also maintains peak performance, and the decorations that gave me so much trouble to farm earplugs. You're probably thinking you should charge rawers, and that is true, but being able to consistently get your true charge slashes off with little to no interruption greatly increases your damage output, with literally no trade-off for your damage, which makes the skills virtually free. We round the build off with 2 points of handicraft coupled with Fatalis true razor sharp armor skill, all but guarantees we won't lose our purple sharpness during a hunt, with 2 point of focus, which is probably debatable, but 2 has never really seemed to have that much more difference than the skill at level 3, but if you're that worried, you can drop the 2 points of handicraft and add the last level of focus. The handicraft was my attempt at a more overall perfect, comfy and meta build, and there you guys have it, my perfect Greatsword build for the end game of ICEBORNE. As I said, when Arch-Tempered Velkhana is released, I'll quickly update the build so that it is not only up to date but make sure that the build is at its prime and that all the parts are being used to get the most out of your build through the new armor piece. I hope you guys enjoyed the build, as I really wanted to make an endgame build that I could be proud of, that was not only good at dealing damage but also be practical for anyone looking to try the weapons, and I honestly believe this was the best that endgame has to offer the weapon. But if you made it this far, I would like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and share, it really helps the channel out. Stay tuned for more Fatalis updated meta builds for other weapons, and remember to stay classy hunters and to always hunt with style.
I feel so goddamn empty. I make her